can you tell you're a hoarder and how can you change it? If you have things piling over and you can't move and you feel anxious about stuff, then that could be a clear sign that you are a hoarder. Some people think it is obvious, but it's not, because there are secret hoarders. But you fear letting go of items, especially if they're sentimental, like ornaments, photographs, greeting cards, and they're great. But one thing that I also change is be selective about what you want to keep, you want to buy, and what you can let go of. And start with one area in your home to go through all the stuff that you've got. And if you've got stuff that is still like clothes got tags on, or you've got storage bins that are overloaded with stuff, then that could be a clear sign. Now, I'm not saying that I'm cured, but I am more mindful now when it comes to keeping stuff and buying stuff. I'm more militant now when it comes to what I buy on a daily basis. The one place that I would say to start is if your clothes, your food, and your sentimental stuff to start off with. And I do a regular clear out. Spend one day a week just going through your stuff, taking note of what you've got, and match your clothes. Go through the clothes that will suit your other clothes. And if you've got mismatch of items and you feel like you have nothing to wear, then you need to start to change your mindset towards keeping stuff and letting stuff go. So, guilt is the one thing. We feel guilty in letting stuff go. I've been guilty of that. Because it's kind of like you feel that you're letting somebody down because you're not keeping the pair of shoes that they bought you for your birthday, but then you found that actually you don't wear them at all. And you're vintage, you can sell items. I was decided that I'm not going to go down that route. And I actually like recycling clothes and also just stop spending on things. If I don't need it, I don't buy it. End of. If I want to treat myself, fine, but not too much. Because if something does break down, then you've got that spare cash that you would have bought on an item you didn't need and something that you do need. For example, my toaster stopped working. So I had to, now I know people say you don't need to get a toaster, use a grill. But there's one essential item I like to have is a toaster. So I had enough money to buy another toaster because I've saved myself money from buying another outfit, spending so much on food that doesn't go with the food I've already got, and going through your stuff on a regular basis. Have a good sort out. If you want paper, I like to recycle. So, for example, this is my list this is how I plan my week now. And I've just used a sheet of paper because I no longer buy A4 notepads because I prefer to use my printer because I went in the printer. And last weekend I thought, should I get about using a notebook? And I was like, no. I mean, I do write a lot, so I do invest in notebooks. That's my thing. But I'm also been aware that, I don't need too many and need to remind myself that I've got enough to get by. And it's good, but I'm wanting to make my own journals. And I can't do that if I'm buying journals all the time. So, I have to think about it logically and do I want 100 notebooks? Not really. So, I'm even strict with myself on that. I've decided that I'm not going to buy any more now until I use what I've got. And that's the key. Use what you've got and go for your stuff. You know, one thing I would like to do is to run a second-hand store. It's one of my ambitions. So, you know, I was putting things together to see if I can sell them. But at the moment, my focus is on making sure I've got enough money for the holidays. So, and I've continue doing my no spend days. And that is what's helped me change from no longer hoarding, managing my money a lot better, having money that's not gone to waste, and being logical with what I keep, what I buy, and what I let go of. And just let go of one item a day, even. Don't feel guilty if you want to keep beating cards. Brilliant. I have notebooks that I've created in journals with pictures in, and that's fine. But you know, I used to collect teapots, but they're just gathering dust and they've never been used. And if I want to buy another notebook, then I need to make space. So I had to get rid of all those teapots. You know, it's not depriving yourself, but just do a spending plan. That's why I do this now. Here, and buy what I'm going to buy each week. So this week it's coffees, because I do like to go for coffee. Now and again, once a week, I'm right in the coffee shop, and also at the weekends, it's the kind of thing we like to do as a family. This weekend, I'm going to the Hampton Court Festival. Then, so by the time you watch this video, I would have gone. I make sure every Monday I put £10 in my savings, and I also put an extra 100 from the money that I receive at the moment. Food, I want to get my son, because he loves maps, Epica maps, and I haven't bought that yet, but that's what each week now I do a spending plan, and it really helps. I'll go through what I need, that's going to come out of my bank account in terms of expenses. I do track my bills as well, and just setting it out and just keeping tabs of what's coming out of your bank account is a great way of controlling your what you consume if you are hoarding a lot of items. So I hope that you find this video helpful, and I'll be doing more. And please subscribe, because that would be really helpful. So I hope you've enjoyed the World Cup. I hope that you have enjoyed yourself, but remember, don't overdo it. If you're going to end up with no money at the end of the week, then don't deprive yourself, but save, and then you'll always have that money there for things that you want to do as well as things that you need. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense to you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.